beautiful, loving planet called Earth, I like to learn about history. And sure, there's been a lot of bad things that have happened in history, and there's some good things that have happened with history. I'm not 100% sure on how I feel about everything that I've learned over the years in my life, from when I was in school and when I wasn't in school, and when I Google things about, about Thanksgiving or about Independence Day or things of that nature. And it's not just that. It's learning about current history as well. Even though I shouldn't say classified as history, but it's current events. And I'm not going to go into full detail of every single thing that I've learned in regards to 100 years ago, or 200 years ago, or 300 years ago, or 500 years ago, or even 1,000 years ago. Or go into full detail of what current events look like now. And who knows what is going to happen, 100 years from now, or 200 years from now, or 1,000 years from now. Maybe humanity will be long gone, but 1,000 years from now, or 2,000 years from now, or 3,000 years from now. We don't know what the future has. We don't even know what tomorrow brings. And even though it's technically the future, we don't even know what today's going to bring. It could be good. It could bring good things. It could bring bad things. And then in the history books, even if humanity was still around 1,000 years from now, what will we remember from history or from current events today, 1,000 years from now? I'm sure it's already being written in history books now. The whole COVID-19 pandemic that happened for the past 3-ish years. 9/11, when that happened 22 years ago. Well, it's not 22 years yet. It's going to be 22 years next month. But still, the fact remains that, and it's not just that. It's so many other things that have happened throughout history. And I only gave a few examples, but I'm just saying, who knows what's going to happen today? What's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen a month from now? What's going to happen a year from now, or 5 years from now, or 10 years from now? No one definitively knows what's going to happen in the future. Just like no one's going to know what happens today, or, sure, we may know what happened in the past. We don't know what's going to happen in the present. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, but we do know that everything that happened in the past, whether it's World War I, World War II, the Civil War, the War of 1812, whatever happened during the Magna Carta in 1215, things like that. We don't know full details of every single thing. We know small little pieces of information that are in our history books, and that could be in our history books thousands of years from now. Not saying they will be in there, but they could be. And who knows if humanity will still exist in 1,000 years, like I said, or 2,000 years from now, or 3,000 years from now. We could be overtaken by aliens, or artificial intelligence, or robots could take over the world at some point in the future. I mean, some of that's starting to happen now, but it's not fully, there right now. I mean, we could talk about artificial intelligence. We could talk about, robots, even though that's basically the same thing. We could talk about life forms in other galaxies or in other planets that we don't know full details about because they haven't fully been developed or fully understood. Because there are billions of galaxies out there in the known universe. There are hundreds and billions and trillions of stars that are out there in space right now. We haven't fully explored space, and we haven't fully explored what's at the bottom of the ocean. Because we could say all these things. We could make up stories. We could fabricate things, but we do not know 100% certain what is at the bottom of the ocean, because no one has gone to the depths of the bottom of the ocean. I mean, there may be prehistoric animals that are living in like this hydroclimate, or I don't know what they called it. If you watched it, I'm not saying that the Meg movies have any sort of truth to them, but you know, there's so much more of the ocean floor, and even there might be something below that ocean floor that we haven't explored just yet, that we could explore in the future. And same thing with space. I mean, I know they're trying to figure out a way to go to Mars and go to other planets to see if there's life forms up there. There's no guarantee that there are life forms, but there could be life forms on other planets, whether it's Mars, whether it's, you know, another galaxy far, far away. We don't fully comprehend or understand what's out in outer space, just like we fully don't comprehend what's below the ocean floor, if there is anything below the ocean floor. I mean, people have tried to go to the bottom of the ocean, but that's a lot of pressure down there. And that's learning from it from books and things of that nature. All I'm saying is that we know what happened, you know, thousands of years ago. Even millions of years ago. Maybe even billions of years ago. But we still don't have the full comprehension of what could happen, you know, 100 years from now, or 500 years from now, or 1,000 years from now, or 5,000 years from now. That is if humanity still exists. Now, with that being said, we've got one birthday and one birthday only today to wish. And that is happy birthday to Kylie Jenner. And that's it for birthdays today. And with that being said, everybody's love stories, real love, honest, true love story exists out there somewhere in the world. Whether it's 1 mile from you, whether it's 100 miles from you, whether it's 1,000 miles from you, whether it's 5,000 miles from you, whether it's 10,000 miles from you, it's out there in the world somewhere. Anyways, and my love story is out there too. I just don't know where it is just yet. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow with a brand new video. And just to let you guys know, tomorrow I'm probably going to go see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film in theaters. And then maybe next week we'll talk more about going seeing the movie that's being released tomorrow, and potentially go to see Blue Beetle as well. Anyways, bye-bye.